Ladies and gentlemen, tonight is literally on fire.
Yes, it is. It's our final night.
Yes,
and I can't believe it. It's come so quickly. It's
gone by so fast. This is the last day of French Couture Week 2012. It's been an amazing run.
Yes, it's been an incredible week. I mean, I can't even pick out a favorite part of this week.
I'm sure a lot of the people here could pick out a favorite part or pick out a favorite highlight. But before that, I'd like to emphasize that we have a lot of old audience, old fans, and new fans this year too.
Yes, we do. We've had quite the turnout. It's been so impressive. Thank you all so much for joining us here in Singapore. I know there are a lot of you who have come here from all over the world, and we're so honored that you're here with us tonight.
Thank you for being here. So have a round of applause for yourselves. It's shown how popular haute couture is now.
Yes, it really has. Do you have a favorite from tonight? Who are you wearing tonight?
I am wearing a mix of everything from French to Thai. My pants here is courtesy of Alexi. Thank you for always making me look good. My blazer is issue from Thailand. And yourself, Tia?
Oh, I'm wearing a little Alexi myself.
Wow, you look amazing, elegant as always. Now, I'd like to ask the people around here what the highlights were for them. So I'll be on this side. Don't miss me. So guys, how many shows have you been to so far? Two. What has been done?
4 shows.
4 shows. So what has been the highlight for yourself? Julian Fournier. Is he here? Julian. So your favorite was Julian. What did you like about the show? The music. And the clothes. You better say the clothes too.
What about over here? I see someone I should talk to. What have you enjoyed most about Fashion Week this year, by FIDE Fashion Week?
I think it's amazing how everyone around the world has come. Those people from Singapore, Malaysia, Hong Kong, France, everywhere. I think there's more than, I don't know, just too many people from different countries coming to actually look at all the different designs from Asia and also in France, so which is amazing to be able to do that in Singapore.
Absolutely right. This is the only place outside of Paris dedicated a whole week to haute couture.
Well, I find like our colleague right here now, she's been everywhere. This is her first year. Jeannie, I know you have so much to talk about. So tell us, what's your first impression of the FIDE Fashion Weeks this time around?
You know, I agree so much with Emily. It's beautiful to see all the cultures come together and to be able to mingle and get personal, because I'm sure with anybody who's been to other fashion weeks in other parts of the world, you don't get this type of intimate setting as you do here in Singapore, and I think it's amazing that FIDE Fashion Weeks has arranged this, because reserve and love it, it's not going to be like this for much longer. I'm sure it's going to grow to a level where it's not going to be the same.
I do agree, but I think it will always be intimate. Always, right? You agree, right, Emily? Okay, now all this would not be possible without our host, which is the Chops at Marina Bay Sands.
Yes, that's right. And right now we'd like to introduce you to the CEO and President of Marina Bay Sands, George Tanasevich. Please join us up here to say a few words.
Thank you very much. It's really wonderful to see all of you here tonight. We're very excited about tonight's event, and we think we've had a great week here. Before we get started, I'd like to extend a couple of special welcomes. First to Mr. Didier Grumba, President of La Chambre Syndicate de la Haute Couture. And of course, Dr. Frank Senamati, Chairman of FIDE Fashion Weeks. Thank you very much, Frank. Well, tonight marks the conclusion of Women's Fashion Week, and I think it presents us with an opportunity to look back on some of the great events that we have experienced. At the beginning of the week, we were featuring regional Asian designers, and I think that this event gave them a platform from which they could gain global exposure and share some of the exciting and creative works that they've been featuring for so long with the rest of the world. And most recently, the past few days, we've been featuring the works of French Couture. Thank you to all of you who've made the long trip here from Paris. Your presence is very, very special and important to us here, because I think it helps us to get closer to reaching our ultimate goal, which is establishing Singapore as an international center for luxury and design and retail fashion, and thank you very much for helping us to push this along. And I can commit to you that those of us at Marina Bay Sands are going to continue to look for opportunities in the future to reinforce Singapore's reputation as a place for design and fashion. But as we're concluding with Women's Fashion Week, I would be remiss if I didn't take a quick moment to thank Frank Sinamati for the opportunities that he has given us, and also for his friendship. With any large event that has lots of details and lots of challenges, you always know that there are going to be new things that pop up. And I can tell you that Frank was such a great partner all of this week, facing those challenges, some of which we anticipated and some of which were a surprise to us. But Frank, thank you very much, and we look forward to continued opportunities to work with you here at the Singapore. But with that, I'd just like to say one more thank you to all of you for being here, supporting Women's Fashion Week, Marina Bay Sands, and the shops at Marina Bay Sands. So please enjoy your evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Gordon. Thank you so much. And we are so honored to have him here with us tonight. We would like to invite on stage is Mr. Didier Grumbach. He is the president of the Chambre Syndicale de la Haute Couture.
Well, good evening. I'll be very short. For the 8 designers who are in this room that I represent, I want to tell Frank and his team that we had a very good time, that they have been very warm, very effective, very charming, and after all, some of us came last year and came back, which proved you are not that bad. And of course, to come a third time should mean that we are in love. We should exaggerate too much. But in fact, what's important is that between all of us, there is a lot of familiarity now, and so we will meet again, whatever happens, and we love Singapore. Thank you very much.
And we love you too. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You know, every successful project has to first start with a great visionary, and we would like to invite that visionary up on stage to join us right now, and that's Dr. Frank Sintamani.
Mr. Grumbach, I will make you fall in love with us, because there will be a third time. What is so different about this initiative as to other, I think I'm picking up from what Jeannie just said. We've been to very many different fashion weeks around the world. I've seen how the backstage work, I've seen how the front of house work. And what is so beautiful about this initiative is that there is this camaraderie that doesn't exist in most other fashion weeks. I'm seeing one designer stitching the hems belonging to another designer, this designer helping cast models from another designer, and that, I assure you, ladies and gentlemen, does not happen anywhere else but in Singapore. And that we've taken this elite group of French designers. I mean, I'm looking at Maurizio Galante, one of the most senior gros couturiers from the Federation, sitting in the front line, watching Honorable Tavu. When in God's good earth will we see this happen anywhere else but in Singapore? I'm seeing Alexis Mabille, I'm seeing Julien Fournier, they are all here in this room. It's just fabulous. Most of these designers do not see each other's shows in their own home countries. I even see Junko Shimada, who's made Paris a home for very many, many years. So again, the uniqueness and the thing that came out from this is just so marvelous for us to witness. And the evolution has been wonderful, and I can only hope that this carries on, and that Paris does indeed fall in love with Singapore. You have a lot of love to give, and we're here to accept and receive more as much as we can. I'm not quite sure what I'm supposed to do after this. I know this is my thing, but can you remind me, Celine? I'm trying to think. So I'm supposed to walk in. Right. I'm going to invite Ginny out here, because this is again a different evolution of our fashion weeks, and she's best placed to describe what we're about to do here.
Yes, well, first of all, I have to thank Frank, because it was only because of a YouTube video just about a year ago that I knew that Frank was bringing Fashion Week here into Asia. Other than that, I had no idea, and being of Asian American descent, it'd be only a dream to hear that Fashion Week was happening anywhere in Asia. I happen to be a television host. I host shows on Style Network called How Do I Look, and I also host on the Today Show for NBC. And the reason why I got into my field is because I happen to be in blessed positions, having a tiny seat here, 2 seats away from Mr. Didier, where I can actually touch him. And I'm able to just share this experience before, with a friend who might want to listen, or maybe somebody who would ask me about it. Today that has changed. The way that I was influenced about V-Day Fashion Weeks through YouTube is the same way every single one of you have a voice. This has been an amazing event the past 7 days. If you've been following any of our socials, I know every one of you have some type of interaction with the internet, whether it be Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. You'll see that Frank here has a vision, not only to do what he's doing here, but he has decided to implement a social media program to it in order to let everybody else who is not able to make it here in this room to experience what you guys are experiencing. And it's been an honor to facilitate that. So myself and a social media agency called Jones Social PR, we've been hustling backstage with a great team from V-Day Fashion Weeks, making sure to see every single detail that people would die to be back there to see. We're getting pictures of Mr. Fournier dancing. We've got Maurizio's story with how he got some of his inspirations, and even Miss Susie Menkes shared, I want to see the close-up craftsmanship of these seamstresses sewing the beads before the show. We've been able to capture that. So here's the best part. It's not just about our voice. Sure, it's great what V-Day Presents says on Twitter and what V-Day Fashion Week says, but you know what? That's really not important to us. The reason why fashion is alive is because of all of the unique personalities and identities here that bring it to life and continue the influence. So every single one of you, what you care to see and what you are experiencing, what touches you, what moves you, that's what we want to hear. And that's what we want the rest of the world to know what Fashion Week is. It's not a hoity-toity event where only if your status is of a certain caliber or that you have money or prestige to make it to. No, because of social media, you should be able to experience it and enjoy it and respect it like anybody else. So this is what I'm asking of you. On whatever social platform that you feel comfortable in, whether it be Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, I just ask you to take out your phones. It's not rude. We actually feel so privileged to know that you care to share it. Take out your phones, have it there with you, and please tweet, post, and just share it with anybody else what you saw. The music, the sound, that little feather, the fun dance that somebody did because of the joy throughout the fashion. Share it on your socials so that everybody else can share the moment with you. You can see that there are limited seats in the room, but through your social media, you almost create an entire front row experience for all of your followers. So can I get a heck yeah, you can do that? Yes? Thank you. If you guys just tweet, of course, mention your socials, and then if you want to get everybody to join in on the other pictures that everybody's taking, the hashtag is V-Day Fashion Week or at V-Day Presents. So I really thank you guys for doing that.
Thank you, Frank, and thank you, Jeannie. Thank you so much. Now, touching on what Jeannie said, you guys are so spot on because we're on social media too, and everything is on there instantly. So make sure you guys are on all the social medias. Please support us. Now, we've had a lot of exciting things going on with V-Day Fashion Weeks this time around.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Ranging from the charities we've been supporting this year to Matthew Kuhn coming out and doing some wonderful dances to even, I don't know if you guys saw, hopefully you did, but the DHL design competition collaboration with V-Day Fashion Weeks. Now, the dresses have been on display just inside the shops in Marina Bay Sands, just around the corner from here. And I don't know if you guys know much about the competition, but the students at the Raffles Design Institute were asked to submit sketches, and they submitted over 100 sketches of couture dresses inspired by DHL. Right, that's a lot of sketches. That is a lot of really enthusiastic students in design school submitting sketches of couture dresses inspired by DHL, which is something I don't think we've ever quite had before, right?
It's incredible. Now, they were inspired by the colors and the design of DHL, and they only have 4 days to create their masterpieces. But we have a special video right now by our Vice Chairman of V-Day Fashion Weeks and with Jeannie Mai. So let's check out this video.